A lot of North Americans and Europeans in this moment of time have to decide if they're going to start their own vegetable garden or food forest or plant fruit trees, whatever it may be, to grow a big portion of their food. It is probably the most important time to start thinking about it because the food quality is getting worse, but it's also getting very, very strange. And what I mean by that is, so you'll buy some bell peppers and you can have them in the fridge for 4 months. You buy tomatoes and they don't decompose on the compost pile. You're buying bananas from somewhere and they taste like chalk. You're buying peaches that are stone hard. They look like they're ripe, but they're not ripe. They have no taste. And the prices keep going up, but this artificial quality keeps going down and down and down. And these fruits and vegetables, they tend to have less nutritional value. So if you're shipping blueberries from Peru to Toronto, what happens is they have to pick it at a certain time. They have to spray it in a certain way. They have to do all these things before it gets to your table. And that process of shipping unripe produce, chemically treated produce, is really hurting humanity. Like, a lot of people are really unwell. Fertility rates are dropping like crazy. Everything is pointing towards something that is evil, something that is not quite right. And this idea of growing your own food is getting more and more important, because if you can control, let's say, 40% of your intake, your nutritional intake, with fruits and vegetables that you grow yourself, that 40% will help you stay healthy. It will help you feel better. It'll do all these things for you. It'll give you energy. And if we don't understand that quick enough, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. There's so much of this, I don't even know how to put it, this artificial, fake, beautiful looking food, fruits and vegetables, even our meats, that aren't real anymore. And that reality can only be achieved if you are in complete control of what you grow, if you are in complete control of what you consume. So that is the dilemma, is that if you have this ability to control the quality of your food, then that's even more important than the money-saving aspect of growing your own food. Controlling this artificial intake of food that isn't real anymore is the big dilemma in society. And people are picking up on this because everything looks so good in a grocery store. Everything looks so almost like plastic. There's not carrots that are twisted. There's strawberries that aren't bruised. There's none of that. There's bananas that are bright yellow, even though a week ago they were bright green. So there is this problem of our modern delivery of food, this shipping in containers, this shipping in tractor trailers. All this stuff is really making it impossible, even for growers, to not use tricks and chemicals to actually get that produce looking really good to your kitchen table. Look, if you can go into your backyard or your front yard and you can pick your salad, everything that you need for a salad, there's no better feeling than that. You know, some carrots in there, some romaine lettuce, whatever it may be, you'll feel this real sense of reward, and you'll understand that this produce that you just picked is completely different to something that you can buy, because it was grown and harvested all at the same time in your own yard. So you basically picked it and you consumed it in the same moment. That's what we call freshness. That's a complete different source of energy. And it makes so much of a difference when you can consume food like that, that it makes you instantly understand that there's a different sense of energy inside that produce that you just picked out of your own yard. So I have to talk to people that have never grown their own carrots or beans or cucumbers or whatever it may be, I'm just going to tell you the simplest way to do it. You buy a pitchfork, you basically use this as your tool to loosen up the dirt that you have anywhere in your yard, in your garden. You condition that dirt as best as you can without spending a lot of money. You buy $100 worth of seeds, you loosen up the dirt, you put your carrot seeds in there, you put your lettuce seeds in there, your radish seeds in there, you stick with the easy plants, the easy vegetables to grow, and you get yourself used to growing your own food. It is a process of, acclimatization, is getting used to, going into your backyard and getting a head of lettuce, going into your backyard and digging up 12 carrots. Like, the food doesn't have to look good. All it has to be is real. These carrots taste phenomenal. They're not the best. They have these things coming out of the sides of them. I have a little corner eaten off by a rat. But you can't buy anything like this anywhere in a store. These have no chemicals, they have nothing. Now the other aspect that's really important is getting outside, grabbing your kids, getting them to plant some seeds, getting them to understand nature, getting yourself to understand nature, getting yourself to understand how long it takes to grow carrots, what's involved to grow carrots. All these things are so important. You can only learn them really by experimenting yourself and getting out there and getting dirt under your fingernails and getting all these things in process where every year your garden is better and you're getting better as a gardener. Then all of a sudden you're understanding that, hey, wow, I wish I would have done this 10 years ago. I could have grown all this great food for myself. Time is probably the limiting factor for most people. But what is more important, you eating really great food or you working an extra 30 hours every week? Most of us have to work extra hours just to survive. I understand that. But there is this sense of getting something back for yourself where you can grow this great produce for your family and everyone looks healthier and feels healthier. And there's this circular motion that's happening when you understand that if you involve yourself with nature, that things are going to get better for you. You're going to get healthy. You're getting sunshine on your skin. You're getting fresh air. You're getting all these things going on when you're gardening. And gardening is one of the best physical exercises there is because you're involved with nature. Your eyes are working, focusing on different styles of light in the yard. All these things are beneficial to your health. So it's not just the produce. It's not just the better food you're going to consume. It's also about you yourself, getting outside and getting away from the computer and doing all these things to make your life a lot better. I'm going to start this summer. I'm going to start this spring, and I'm going to start growing, 30% of my own food. I'm going to start to do things the right way. I'm going to get my soil a lot better. Every year it's going to be easier if I'm producing more and more crops, and I'm getting more and more compost out of the garden. And I'm getting this circular forward movement in my new garden. If you can do that, then gardening for fruits and vegetables is quite easy. You buy 6 fruit trees. You do your best to protect them. You do your best to plant them with a big hole with lots of great compost around them. You do all these things, and then all of a sudden your garden starts to fill in. Your garden starts to produce. Your garden starts to be a go-to source for a lot of your food.